situation in front of us. And I think it's time to talk it out and forget all the.
Hi besties, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome bestie, and I really do hope you like it here. It's finally Vlogtober besties, and we are doing this, okay? So if you've just joined us, please don't forget to hit the notification bell, like and subscribe, and join the family, okay? So I really do hope you enjoyed today's video. Today's video, as you've seen by the title of the video, is a book recommendation. So I really do hope you guys enjoy this and actually go to the stores and get those books, read them, and leave me a review once you're done. Don't forget to drop me a comment, drop me a heart or something, just to let me know you were here and you watched and you enjoy this, okay? I love interacting with you besties. Hope you enjoy. Mwah. 5 years after losing my husband in a tragic accident, I'm trying to rebuild my life and open myself up to new opportunities. Slowly, I've started dating, although that is not easy given my experience in love and the tragic loss of my husband. A new opportunity opens up to me when I am invited on a trip to a tropical island where I meet someone who challenges everything I thought I knew about love, desire, and healing. This is my journey to rediscovering what it means to fully live and confront our grief, as well as to let go of the matters of the heart and let life take its course. This is the book by acclaimed, You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. If you haven't read this book, I recommend you read this book this summer, because this story has so many twists and turns, and I bet you'll enjoy it. I tried to give the summary without giving out too much as to what happened in that love story, but I think you will enjoy reading this book. It had me on a chokehold. It had me on a chokehold. I read it very quickly, mainly because I needed to know what was gonna happen next. And the whole time my mouth was like open, shocked as to what is happening in this twisted love story. And yeah, the girl's journey of finding love again. I really do hope you go look for this book this summer and give it a shot. This book, which is Love in Color, is a collection of short stories from different cultures around the world. It is centered around different characters, different experiences, and different settings, all with the same theme, which is love. So all the different stories, touch on different, there are many short stories. Every short story has its own chapter, and everyone has a different tale of love. Some are mythical stories, some are based on true events that have happened, but this was a nice read, especially if you're looking for something that is not too hectic, because I think every short story is like almost 10 pages, which means you just read your 10 pages a day and you're done with that short story, and the next day you're looking forward to the next short story within this book. So if you're looking for something easy to read this spring, this is another good recommendation. I bet you will enjoy reading this book. My name is Adini, and I am a young Nigerian girl with one dream: to get an education and find my louding voice. A voice that will speak for me, for my future, and for other girls like me. After the death of my mother, I am forced into a marriage that I do not want. I do not give up on my dreams. Despite all the challenges and struggles, I fight to be able to get an opportunity to learn and find my voice, as well as change my life. That is the story of Adini. If you've never heard of this book, The Girl with the Louding Voice, I urge you to find this book and read it this spring. This story is so captivating. Adini is just a young girl and is forced to become a third wife to a very old man. But she still perseveres through that to find and to get an opportunity to learn and go to school, because that was what her mother wanted for her before she passed away. So this story is so heartbreaking, very, very heartbreaking. And again, another interesting thing about this book is that the English is not pure English, you know. I don't want to say, well, I guess it's broken English in a way. That is why it's a girl with a louding voice, because that wouldn't make grammatical sense in terms of English. But yeah, the whole story, like, you can, as you read it, you can tell when Aduni is speaking because the English is broken, and when other characters are speaking, the English is correct. You know what I mean? So it's quite an interesting book, very, very heartbreaking, but I assure you, you will not regret getting this book and reading it this spring. I am Kirabo, a young girl growing up in a small village in Uganda in the 1970s. I've always felt different, as though something was missing, and I've been searching for my mother, whom I've never met. As I grow older, I become more curious about my heritage and my place in the world, especially when I start to learn about stories of ancient women who were powerful, first women who lived freely before the world told them who they should be. That is the story of Kirabo from First Woman. This book is so captivating. I enjoyed this. It was also a recommendation to me, and it remains in my top 5 African literature books to recommend to anyone, anytime, because this story is so captivating. You feel like you are there with Kirabo as she's going through all this situations and trying to find out who she is and find her mother and unlocking the family secrets and all of that. It is such an amazing story. I think you need to read it. The back reads, as Kirabo enters her teens, questions begin to gnaw at her, questions which the adults in her life will do anything to ignore. Where is the mother she has never known? And why would she choose to leave her daughter behind? Inquisitive, headstrong, and unwilling to take no for an answer, Kirabo sets out to find the truth for herself. Her search will take her away from the safety of her prosperous Ugandan family, plunging her into a different world of magic, tradition, and the haunting legend of the first woman. Like, this story is, I feel like we all live the same life. Our parents like to hide things from us and not answer certain questions about, lives that we want to know. Like, most people don't even know who they are, where they come from, their heritage, because their family hides it from them. Their family hides who they are. They don't want to tell them the truth and all of that. So her story to find the truth is just so captivating. So if you're looking for something to read this spring, I highly recommend this book. It's a bit thick, but I mean, it's a fictional novel at the end of the day. So it's a page turner. You will enjoy it. You won't even feel the thickness. I really hope you go get this book and you make sure to read it. This story begins in the 18th century Ghana, where two half-sisters, Efia and Essie, start life on different paths. The first sister, Efia, is married to a British slaver, while Essie is sold into slavery and shipped to America. From that point on, the descendants, the generations to come, which are the descendants of these two people, have different fates because of where each of the sisters' lives took them. So this story follows the descendants of Efia and Essie. Through each generation, we witness the ripple effect of slavery, colonialism, and migration from the Gold Coast of Africa to the plantations of America. Each story is tied to the struggles of freedom, identity, and family across continents and centuries. So yeah, this story is really interesting. It's Homegoing by Yagyasi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story. They even have like a family tree in the book. You see, they have a family tree that shows Efia, where Efia and Essie both come from. One side is Efia, one side is Essie, and how it transcends to each generation. So as you read the book, you get to go back and see, okay, Efia gave birth to so-and-so, who gave birth to this person, which led to this story and that story. It's such an interesting story. Ah, man, I really enjoyed reading this book. Yeah, let me read the back for you. Efia and Essie, two sisters with two different destinies. One sold into slavery and one a slave trader's wife. The consequences of their fates reverberate through the generations that follow, from the Gold Coast of Africa to the plantations of Mississippi, from the missionary schools of Ghana to the dive bars of Harlem. Spanning continents and generations, Gyasi has written a miraculous novel, an intense, heartbreaking story of one family, and through their lives, the story of America itself. So, if you're looking for something to read this spring, I highly recommend you read this book. It's so amazing, okay? This top one, please. If anything from all the books I've recommended today, let this please make it to your top 2. Please. This is such a great book. Yeah, please get it and read it this spring. We've come to the end of this video, besties, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed these books and you will actually check them out. If you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Communicate with me in the comment section. Let me know. Most importantly, let's get reading, okay? Let's make sure that for the remaining months of the year, we actually speak of stuff about reading more, like reading a couple of books this year, okay? I really do hope that you enjoyed this and see you next time.
Talk it up and forget all the fuss. And if it's not me, I'll have to understand.